Are you looking for the best laptops under $300? In this video we will look at some of the best laptops under $300. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 3. Lenovo Chromebook Duet 3, 82T6001H US. Our best 2-in-1 pick is another Lenovo offering, the Lenovo Chromebook Duet 3, 2022. For around $300, you can get a configuration with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. It has a sharp 2000 by 1200 IPS display that gets bright enough for use in most indoor settings, and unlike most cheap devices, this display has full sRGB coverage, meaning colors won't look washed out. It has a great 1080p webcam for video calls and a detachable keyboard, so you don't have to buy it separately. Unfortunately, just like any budget-friendly device, there are a few compromises. First, the speakers are bad, as they don't get very loud and sound unnatural, with no bass whatsoever. There's also no 3.5mm headphone jack, so you'll need a USB-C audio adapter or Bluetooth headphones. Second, the keyboard feels cramped and uncomfortable to type on, making it useful only for short emails and messages. Last but not least, battery life. You can get around 14 hours if you only browse the web, but video playback cuts it to a little less than 5 hours. Note, Lenovo has released a new model of this popular 2-in-1 tablet, the Lenovo Chromebook Duet Gen 911, 2024. The new version seems to be very similar, with just some minor tweaks. We've purchased this model and will begin testing soon, so stay tuned for the full review. See this model on Lenovo's website. Number 2. Acer Aspire 3 Spin 14, 2025. If you need or prefer a Windows laptop, get the Acer Aspire 3 Spin 14, 2025. For a little over $300, you can get this 14-inch convertible equipped with an FHD Plus IPS display, an Intel Core i3 and 305 CPU, 8GB of RAM, and 128GB of storage. The Core i3 can easily handle things like web browsing and video playback, just don't expect to do anything remotely intensive. As for the storage, you can always add more later since this laptop uses a standard, off-the-shelf M.2 NVMe SSD. Its battery life is okay at around 7 hours of light use, so depending on your workload, you might have to plug it in for a short time to get through a typical day. This laptop feels fairly well built despite being entirely plastic. Where it falls short is in the overall user experience. The screen is rather dim, so visibility can be an issue in well-lit settings, and it looks washed out, a common drawback of budget devices. The keyboard feels a tad mushy, and the webcam is, well, it's a webcam. Port selection is surprisingly good, comprising 2 USBs, a USB-C, with support for charging and video output, an HDMI 2.0, and a headphone jack. Lastly, some models come with the stripped-down S-Mode version of Windows, which only supports apps from the Windows Store. You can switch to the full Windows 11 at no extra cost, but no, you can't go back to S-Mode after. Number 1. Lenovo IdeaPad Slim 3i Chromebook 14, 2025. The best laptop under $300 we've tested is the Lenovo IdeaPad Slim 3i Chromebook 14, 2025. This compact 14-inch model feels reasonably well built for its price. The battery lasts around 13 hours of light use on a full charge, so you won't have to worry about bringing the power adapter when you're out and about. You get Wi-Fi 6E wireless connectivity, an excellent 1080p webcam, and a decent number of ports, including a full-size HDMI. Chromebooks are generally better suited for younger students or anyone needing to access web content through a browser, as most specialized third-party apps lack Chrome OS support. If that's the case, it's best to get a Windows laptop, like the one we recommend below, /. You can configure this laptop with an Intel N100, N200, or a Core i3 and 305 CPU and up to 8GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. Most of the configurations are below $300, however, if you can stretch your budget slightly, we highly recommend getting the top-end Core i3 model, which you can often find on sale for around $400 on Lenovo's website. Not only will you get more processing power for heavier multitasking, but you'll also get a sharper and brighter FHD, touch-sensitive display. Our primary gripes with this laptop, regardless of the model you choose, are that the keyboard feels mushy, and the touchpad isn't always responsive to inputs.